adwene no mu dɔ da bia sɛ me ka kyerɛ sɛ second Kwame Nkrumah yɛnya no wɔ Ghana ha ɛyɛ President John Dramani Kwame Mahama wugidio wanya ni eno ya wo banchia eno no emfa me ho
ebusia ma wakwa ba emfa umbra Ghana TV GH mesre o like comment subscribe turn on notification so that anytime I post video bit say we usambe bi enti ebusia me dem ba set agenda o we the agenda pure agenda mitina se sana me bisa me ho say journalist bebre Omuna Omu campaign ema NDC. When NDC was in opposition, what was their motivation? Number one, was it because now genuinely they believe say NDC had a better alternative, a better solution for this country, Ghana, and now it was motivated by greed or motivated by maybe a hatred? When that question is answered, then you'll be able to hear if you understand maybe the loud silence, as they say a lot of media people are exhibiting. And then titi na pesa mikasa chireno. Wu titi, bra na Akufo-Addo ewo power no. Wa ma yasun iwe. Atiasem. De bia uye dede. De bia na utim. Adenya. Usa Akufo-Addo osay omaino. Akufo-Addo onhunsu. Akufo-Addo onye nipa papa o. Akufo-Addo ye nipa bonini o. Ene nsem yakiti uka o mainwe mude. Na nye easy. Enti we were tempted to believe say bia your mind don't tina. Now yes I didn't know. But NDC a party a wa campaign man. Apa power no. Yes it. Nema according to wo no. Nema ko yana. Promises are NDC. A promise Ghana for. Listiomu comment section honum. A lot of promises. No teachers a licensure and automatic posting for nurses and teachers. And Ensemble a free senior high school no will be expanded to bring in private schools. We cry we education go any health. Now we free 24-hour economy. Samije vibeka say we titi obeko juma anopa na Captain Smart ako ewia na one bill ebia dia na or TVS one Mugabe na wako enumerate that there was going to be a lot of work. Titi that ben at 24-hour economy the best start. That ben. And doesn't your conscience maybe prick you a little bit? Say, oh, you cannot sit down, you cannot be quiet when your government is messing things up. Doesn't your conscience push you? Now, even if your conscience doesn't push you, no, don't you have friends who speak to you? What kind of friends do you have? No, because, people are suffering. And people who have built their small businesses without any government help, or microfinance be any bank be loan, and you know how difficult it is to pay loans. And then in just a few minutes, you scatter all their investments. You break down structures. At the year, ube 24-hour economy market. Nyakupon nebe tuamuka. Misi nyakupon nebe tuamumuka. People's houses, people's investments, poor market women. Mu promise you women's bank, but you have not been able to establish that women's bank. So they themselves, taking upon themselves initiatives, went to borrow money. sometimes at a very high rate, just because they want to survive. The assembly goes to them to take taxes every now and then. When people are there selling, when people are operating their job bars, you go and break down everything at the 24-hour economy market. This is a government that is said you were coming to create jobs. You have come that you want to create jobs now. The jobs people themselves have been able to create by the creator, you are destroying them. Something is wrong.
The press. I did not come here to insult, as others have chosen to engage in. No. I have come here to lay out a record, a documented record, a verifiable and well-established record. Let us begin in 2020. Ghana was in the middle of an election. Into that charged atmosphere, Mr. Sami Gyamfi told all of us before the cameras, and he insisted again and again, he peddled this falsehood repeatedly, that he had an authentic video, evidence of which President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is receiving $40,000 bribe as a sitting president. He said this on radio, he said this on television. He told Ghanaians on Joy FM that they were not zombies and that the video had not been doctored. He was wrong. He was worse than wrong. Independent reviewers went back to the full unedited footage. They found that the MPP said from day one that the clip was a selective cut fragment of the whole piece. It showed a 2016 campaign donation, 40,000 Ghana cedis, not dollars, given years before Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was even president. The moment used to fake bribe was simply the president pausing to write down a donor's name. Every load-bearing fact in Sami Gyamfi's accusation collapsed under scrutiny, yet he kept to this false narrative. He did not apologize. He did not correct the record. He simply moved to the next fabrication. That is what he is known to be doing best. And let us not forget the Aptal matter. And all of you, you bear witness. During the intense 2024 campaign, the NDC circles relentlessly amplified what Mr. Sami Gyamfi put on record. Being one of the loudest voice, they claim that the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, secretly owned Aptel. The claim suggested that he was personally profiting from the light bills paid by the ordinary Ghanaians. This is Sami Gyamfi speaking. He lied.
Now, I'm about to do some quick exercise with you, so stick around as we expose Sami Gyamfi. Now, first of all, we need to give a whole lot of shout out to this Joy News reporter. He's marvelous, okay? He kept Sami Gyamfi's feet to the fire and made Sami Gyamfi fumble. Now, I want you to pay attention to the question he asked Sami Gyamfi and watch how Sami Gyamfi tries to play smart and run away from the question. Let's take a listen to the question he asked Sami Gyamfi.
Says losses accrued on gold trades are a combination of service and assay fees paid to gold. And I'm telling you.
Now, wait right there, okay? I want you to still pay attention to the question, okay? Because that's the foundation of everything. He says that losses accrued on gold trade are a combination of service and assay charges paid to Gold Board. Losses accrued on gold trade are a combination of service and assay charges paid to Gold Board. Now, let's listen to Sami Gyamfi's response.
And I'm telling you that the IMF, number one, is getting that wrong. If you read that same, are you reading paragraph 13? But
of the document. Hold on. Are you reading paragraph 13?
So this is the new document. It's
Okay,
not,
the new
this is
document.
not
Okay,
the
fine. Let me explain something to you. PMMC, and for that matter, Good Board in 2025, was only responsible for buying good for the Bank of Ghana as a buying agent for fees. It was not responsible for selling good. So if we were not responsible for selling good, how could we have caused losses?
Now, you see how quickly he brings PMMC into the conversation. But we'll make the distinction. Now, first of all, PMMC, didn't have equal job with Go Board. Okay? PMMC had similar job with Go Board, but they didn't have the same job as Go Board. Okay? First of all, PMMC didn't have monopoly, but Go Board has monopoly. Now, the serious question we should all be asking is that, remember that the IMF said that losses accrued on gold trade are a combination of service and asset charges paid to Go Board. So the question is that how much was paid as service charge and an asset charge to PMMC? That is the basic question. Now you see, this is where the corruption happens. This is where the looting is happening. Okay, so pay attention. The Bank of Ghana is deliberately paying Sammy Gyamfi more than expected. Okay, if I send you to buy me food worth 30 cedis and then I give you 60 cedis, okay? In most cases, I have to be a wealthy person, like I'm a rich man who don't care. Maybe I just want to help you too, yeah? But the Bank of Ghana, remember, is not Ibrahim Mahama. The Bank of Ghana is not a wealthy person. It's an institution supposed to protect our resources, supposed to protect our money. So they must always give us value for money. So if the Bank of Ghana is paying Sammy Gyamfi 60 cedis for a 30 cedis worth of work, it means that there is something fishy happening there. Pay attention. The Bank of Ghana, I don't know their relation with, Go Board and Sammy Gyamfi, but they are deliberately paying Sammy Gyamfi too much money, excess money. Okay? Now let's move on with the video.
Okay, so for example,
this is the direct quotation I'm giving to you.
So was Red Sapphire responsible for the losses in 2024?
So Sammy Gyamfi is asking that, was Red Sapphire responsible for the losses in 2024? When you ask this question, we also maintain our position. How much was the service charge and the asset charge that Red Sapphire took from the nation, took from Bank of Ghana? That is the question. Because what has caused this loss is the service charge and an asset charge that you are taking as Go Board. So the question is that how much was Red Sapphire, taken from the Bank of Ghana as service charge and asset charge? Because literally that is what everything boils down to. But let's continue with the video.
No, they were also buying agents receiving the same fees. Were they the cost?
So you could have also reduced your cost, right?
I'm saying this. Hold on.
558 million.
No.
Now, that is it right there. That is your answer right there. The journalist was too smart. He puts it to Sammy Gyamfi. Why are you not reducing your service charge? Why are you not reducing your charges? Look at it, 500 and something million cedis. Why? Why can't you reduce the price for this nation? Now remember that the Go Board is a state-owned enterprise. State-owned. It is for the state. So the question is that why is Go Board obsessed with making profit? Who is Go Board making the profit for? Remember, Go Board is not supposed to make profit because it is, its services are for the nation. And their monies are coming from the nation, okay? They are not a private entity. Remember that Sammy Gyamfi sat on, Newsfile and told us that Go Board's responsibility is not to make profit. So why is he now coming around telling us that they have surplus, that they have made profits? If there is anything, they have made profit. Who are they making the profit for? Indirectly, it tells you that these monies are deliberately being pushed on Sammy Gyamfi to the extent that he is finding profit. You are not supposed to find profit. Even though you are not supposed to cause loss, you are not also supposed to make profit. Because who are you making the profit for? Who are you making the profit for? You see, Sammy Gyamfi is just a big liar. And he hates scrutiny. He is scared of scrutiny. The moment you put him on scrutiny, the moment you try to investigate him, he fumbles.